Tonight, we visit Thorpe Park and Alton Towers. When they're closed, we get a bit too excited over the fact that Storm Surge was testing, and over at Alton Towers, we see so much movement. Trust me, there was a lot. Hello and welcome to DigitalDan Gear 2. Yes, this is episode 2 of the series, the first one we went through, and what did we do? Played a little bit of GeoGuessr trying to guess where am I, and that was from the comfort of my own home. And this one, we've actually upped the production cost by petrol. So, as you can tell in the title and thumbnail, this video is going to be all about hunting for UK theme park rides testing. Now, I say UK theme park rides, there's only 2 theme parks we went to. These 2 theme parks being, as mentioned, Alton Towers and Thorpe Park. Thorpe Park, you've got Monk's Walk and the car park, which we'll mention later. And then over Alton Towers a few weeks back, when the restrictions lifted a little, they opened the gardens back up. So that's what we used. We didn't use it. We just went to see the gardens, of course. All those lovely fountains and rocks and sky ride beeping. So we'll start with Thorpe Park. Now obviously this island is very open. You can see it from various different angles. Of course, stealth is huge. And so is The Walking Dead. You can see it testing from the outside. Of course you can. Why wouldn't you be able to? And of course, by going down Monks and stuff, you can actually see a lot of refurbishments and construction work going on, if there is any, of course. There's a lot going on the Swarm Island. I hear that RMC 2018 is still happening. So before this video was filmed, we've actually visited quite a few days back. We went down Monk's Walk and all that, and we saw loads of different refurbishments and construction. If you want to check that out, link in top right now. Yeah, whilst we were there, we had a really lovely chat with a staff member there, so thank you so much for being so welcoming and stuff. And they told us that, obviously, this being a bank holiday weekend that we went on, if you came the next week after we were there, you'd probably have more of a chance of seeing the testing than you would right now. So what did we think? Well, we'll go back and we'll go on the hunt for some rides testing. We're here again. Look behind me, it's Thorpe Park Resort. Rush is now going. So welcome back to DigitalDan Gear. Today we're going to be looking at some rides testing. As you can see that. There we go. The swingy ride is testing. So as Rush ends its cycle, we then have Vortex, which has started its cycle. Staff members here today will look at this hill and think we're absolute saddos, but oh, look at that, it almost flipped over the top. So for this episode, we have bought out the entire Thorpe Park car park. There's no cars. Wow. We bought out the entire car park for about 50 quid. Yeah, we're gonna be testing rides. Storm Surge is going down. There it goes. Oh, it's spinning so much. So we've got the stealth up there. Plus, we can actually hear some movement going on at Rumble Rapids. So we're down Monk's Walk. You can see Nemesis Inferno over the top of the street. You can hear a lot of banging going on, either in the maintenance building or the station. Who knows what could be happening? Who knows? We might get even more testing. Oh no, it looks like that section ended earlier than expected, guys. I'm very sorry, I apologise sincerely. But I am going to take this time to explain something that's been word of mouth recently. So to put it simply, basically there was a point raised, whether it be regarding the video I made or anyone else's or however long people have been doing it, but there was a point made about whether you should actually go in the Thorpe Park car park, and that no, you shouldn't because it's private property. Now, completely understand that. I'm not anywhere near against what they've said. So from that, I decided to message a few people who are close to the park, ask a couple questions about this whole point, and the general consensus is basically that Thorpe Park don't take too much liking to it. They don't like it at all, really, and the car park is private property to them. Obviously only in the closed season, because otherwise you'd have to dig underground to get in the park. But with that, Thorpe Park don't actually really enforce it on people. They don't actually say anything about it or give any information. So I'm really glad we know now. I know I apologise to the park if I have made anyone's skin rattle. I don't know what's the saying. If I have got under anyone's skin for going But from what I've gathered of this whole situation, we won't be visiting the car park in closed season again. And I recommend that people who have visited or plan to in the future in another closed season maybe steer away from doing so, because they don't really like it. And to anyone who has been, who may be feeling a bit like, oh, I've done something wrong, you haven't, don't worry. You just didn't know, like we did. We didn't have a clue. So it's better to know now than never, you know. But to be fair, I was so desperate to get this shot, guys. But yeah, so we saw Rush, Vortex, Rumba Rapids, and Storm Surge testing. 2 water rides and 2 flat rides. There we go. I didn't actually think about that. That's quite a cool and quirky, unique thing. But yeah, 4 rides. The hunt is complete at Thorpe Park. We have found rides testing. There we go. But you should be able to get better than that, right? Especially being inside the park at Towers. You should be able to see more rides than that testing. Wrong. Got the Smiler over there, and it's not moving. Nothing's moving round. We're not going to see anything. And over at Wickerman, unlike last time with the gardens, you actually can't go that close to it. And there's a massive crane. If you go down to the gardens today, we zoom over here with my very high quality camera. You can see a little red box by Rita, and that is the Waltzers, or roller disco as they've now announced.
Don't look. Roller coaster.
Do you want to give a little update on?
Okay, hello, we're here, Sky Ride, the end.
Thank you. But yes, there is literally nothing going on here. It's very silent. It's really cool.
You got my new glasses?
There's a stage over here. Hopefully, Oktoberfest is good. I don't know why I said hopefully. See, there's action over there near the stage, but there's none on the rides, which is really annoying because this whole thing is to get the ride and not yeah. Most movement we've seen today. There's some jet washing. That's it. I wish that happened whilst we were there. But that was from 2019. And finally we arrived back home to this beautiful setting. It's so dark and gloomy in here. What's going on? It was really good to see some testing over at Thorpe Park with the flat rides and the water rides testing. It was a bit of a shame we didn't see any coasters testing, but it is what it is. I haven't seen a coaster in about 500 years.
Sometimes my genius, it generates gravity.
And over at Towers, we saw so much stuff, like I said in the intro. Yeah, we didn't see anything. But what we did see is we saw the Waltzers from a very far distance through the trees in Dark Forest, which is part of the new Retro Squad, which I just want to mention, I'm a bit late to this considering it came out quite a while back now. But when that released, the music is godlike. And honestly, I think they've done the best job they could with that whole marketing scheme. And props to them, you know. That soundtrack by Simon Allen, incredible, absolutely incredible. But yeah, when the Waltzers being up is the most exciting thing you see in terms of rides at Alton Towers, then we didn't have a very successful hunt over there. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the final episode of DigitalDan Gear in the closed season. Oh, I tricked you there, didn't I? But yeah, even if we didn't see much testing, I hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, the parks are reopening very, very soon, so stay tuned for more content in the coming weeks. There'll be quite a lot. There may even be some vlogs, guys. Yeah, that'll be something. And on that bombshell, it's time to end. Good night.